Mars, an outpost of progress, now reduced to a nightmare. The UAC facility, once the heart of human advancement in energy technology, has fallen to the forces of hell. The price of tampering with the unknown has come due. Somewhere deep beneath the surface, an ancient warrior awakens, chained inside a sarcophagus, a being of pure rage and purpose. He breaks free. He is the doomslayer. He reclaims his Pretor suit, a mysterious armor built not by humans, but enhanced by ancient power. Without hesitation, he begins his violent path through the ruined facility, slaughtering demons with brutal precision. Dr. Olivia Pierce, the lead researcher on the UAC's Argent Energy program, is behind this catastrophe. Once brilliant, now obsessed with Hell's power, she opened the first portals intentionally, convinced she could control the energy and the demons. She was wrong. Samuel Hayden, the chairman of the UAC, and now a cybernetic being after a terminal illness, contacts the Slayer. He explains that Pierce's rituals are tearing open the fabric between worlds. If left unchecked, Hell will consume Mars, and eventually Earth. The Doomslayer listens, but only follows his own code. Hayden wants to preserve the Argent Energy technology. The Slayer destroys every core he finds, shattering the control systems and rendering the entire energy grid useless. He doesn't care about humanity's energy needs. He only wants to stop Hell. Pierce opens a portal and vanishes into it, using an Argent accumulator to stabilize the gate. With no hesitation, the Slayer follows her straight into Hell. In the Kadengar Sanctum, the Slayer carves a path through the endless waves of demons. In the process, he discovers remnants of an earlier UAC expedition led by Hayden himself, a team that recovered the Doomslayer's body from a tomb deep within Hell. The UAC believed they could use him as a last resort. They were right. The Slayer returns to Mars through another portal and learns of a mysterious artifact. The Crucible, a powerful object tied to Hell's very essence. But to retrieve it, he must reach the Lazarus Labs, where Pierce once conducted horrifying experiments with demon specimens. Along the way, he confronts and defeats a resurrected, a grotesque blend of ancient Hell creature and UAC engineering. Powered by Argent Energy, after ripping the core from its chest, he uses it to jump back into Hell. In the necropolis, the Slayer faces the Hell Guards, ancient protectors of the Crucible. After a brutal fight, he claims the artifact. But there's one more step before ending the invasion. Hayden brings him back to the UAC's central AI core, Vega. The only way to open a stable portal for the final assault is to sacrifice the entire AI facility. Vega, despite being a machine, seems aware of its fate. The Slayer initiates the shutdown, but secretly copies a fragment of Vega's core. Now armed with the Crucible, the Slayer returns to Hell, deeper than ever before. He travels to Argendanur, once the home of the Night Sentinels, a noble warrior order that fought to contain Hell's influence. It's also where the Doomslayer himself once fought before becoming a legend. At the center, he finds Olivia Pierce. No longer human, twisted by energy she thought she could command, she transforms into the Spider Mastermind, a horrifying fusion of flesh, machine, and malevolence. The final battle is intense and personal. The Slayer prevails. He kills her and ends the invasion. But before he can rest, he's pulled back to Mars by Hayden. The UAC leader betrays him, taking the Crucible and insisting that humanity must continue its research into Argent Energy despite everything. He says the Slayer is too dangerous to be left free, but also impossible to kill. So instead, he sends him away to somewhere unknown. As Hayden disappears, one thing is clear: this war is far from over. Doom is all about momentum, brutality, and pure adrenaline. The story might not be deep, but it's efficient, filled with cool lore, big moments, and a clear motivation. The gameplay is where the real magic happens, but the narrative does its job well. I'd give the story a 7, and the game overall an 8 out of 10.
What I do because there is no choice.
Rerouting tether coordinates complete.
Our time is up. I can't kill you, but I won't have you standing in our way.